Alright mate, so let's have a look here. CTK, yeah, no rush. So lots of altcoins show that we're in a bottoming phase. To me that looks like it's true. No, it does look like it's true. This is just old drawings on it. You can see that we broke out here and we ran. This tried to break out here, we ran, but we're coming back and back testing it. I mean, ideally you want that line to hold and hold above that. You can see that the upper trend line actually acted as resistance and dropped us back down. So we're kind of in this a wedge. You probably could call it a bit of a wedge, I suppose. You know, we're stuck in here. What way is it going to break? Are we going to break below that, or are we going to somehow break up and break above that? It's going to be interesting. Now obviously you can see the base, the bottom. Let's look at the monthly. I mean, clear as day. You know, you can kind of see the large descending triangle in a way, which is technically bearish, but the fact that, you know, it's not really technically bearish because of the size of the pattern. It doesn't have to break down, but what I will say is there must be a lot of liquidity down below here, down below here, down below here, and down below here, right? So you have to think that, I mean, the market makers are going to want to stop hunt this entire range, I would suggest, at some point, you know, but before maybe having the real move. That's the way the market makers would normally think. That's how they make their money. I would be surprised if these lows are never taken out. So although I do like CTK, you know, it has a bearish monthly stop hunt at this point, and most of the market has a bearish monthly stop hunt, or at least some sort of attempt at a bearish candle on the monthly chart, that is. Now you can see, so if we go back here, this was a bearish stop hunt right here, but you can see the next month it mooned, right? Well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't use the word moon, but that's a 70% increase even after a bearish monthly stop hunt. So you know, price can still go up here next month and actually get some sort of a spike, because we do have the merge. There is major resistance up in here, right? This is where we were rejected 3 times now. We broke down and rejected. That would be a point. If we were really going to spike, that would be a point where I don't really see the price breaking through. Well, that's a 90% increase. It'd be nice to get up to that, but you know, we have 5 days left in the month. We need a new 2-week candle. We need a new monthly candle. But if we do flip green on a new month, it is worth getting long, I think, because we are moving into the merge, and it'll be surprising if we are not bullish going into that. I know there's a lot of bearish signs in the market, and I'm cautious. It makes me, you know, if we didn't have the merge, I would suggest that we are going to go lower. But because of the merge, it feels like the market's setting up for a fake move or whatever. It's telling everybody it wants to go lower, but the merge is coming, and it feels like people are trying to buy into that. So I do think we're in a bottoming process. It doesn't mean that we can't get another flush lower. Like, I'll be surprised. This is still strong here, and this still trying to hold up. Like you can see on a new 2-week candle, we have created a range, right? So prices technically bullish above this, but you start breaking below the range, this range low, and that's bearish. And there's your range high. Of course, most 70% of the market action will want to happen in the center point of the range, somewhere in here. But if you break below this point right here, that's bearish, and you want to be very careful. So a dip down here is technically a buy for a bounce back up, and see where that goes. But if this range low breaks, it's then bearish, and you need to be worried that it's going to come down and take liquidity below the entire range, and who knows where it'll go then. You know, it depends on the crash, it depends on the drop, it depends on the stock market, depends on the selling after the ETH merge. You know, there might be a lot of people selling into the merge. So there is a lot of factors, the high inflation, of course, the high interest rates, you know, there's the no money printing, the quantitative tightening. There's a lot of factors coming into play. You know, many coins are trying to bottom, but is there one more flush lower? I mean, that's the thing. I was tempted to buy a launch pad today. I think it was Voxel, just because it's on a double bottom. And my strategy was I wanted to add at a double bottom, but it does look like it should go lower eventually. But buying on a double bottom on 95% down is not a bad place to be averaging in. This is down 80%, as we can see here. At least it was down 80%. Yeah, 70, 76, 75%. So, I suggest trading a new week and a new 2 week. You would really have to think that the market maker is going to want to stop hunt that range at some point. I don't know when he's going to do it. The merge is coming up. It feels like there should be a bounce into the merge. The 9 week candle, as you like to look at, it's rejecting still off the yellow 9 EMA. This yellow 9 EMA looks like it wants to continue coming down, and then maybe whatever way price eventually gets back above it safely and moves back in. Now that's just a rough drawing. I don't mean to say it's 2025 or anything, but or even 2026. I don't mean to say that, but I'm just saying that this moving average is still dropping and coming down into price. It's not the greatest structure in the fact, we're still rejecting off it up high. You want the moving average to come down and come underneath price, for price to get above that and move up. If we didn't have the merge right now, I would be more inclined to say yes, this looks like the breakdown time, that this is going to break down. But because we have the merge, I just have this feeling that there might be a little bit of a failed move or a fake move or something, or some sort of bounce into the merge. So it's a tricky situation. This is still very choppy. Weekly green actually. This is a bullish weekly candle. That we're trying to get here. We're trying to get a bullish weekly candle that can eventually BART back up potentially. So again, it's the merge, and again, this is from the start of the video. You can see that this was a back test of the trend line. So I do suggest at least trading a new week. I think it's down. It's break even on the day basically. It's down a little bit today, but the candle is still red. The 2 week candle is still red. Probably best to trade a new 2 week candle. You can see here we got a similar-ish candle, and price still dipped back down to take liquidity in there twice actually, and then it moved up. So you would have to think there would be a dip down to take liquidity below on that. It is also well, it might be a new month by then, but it needs to probably have a dip down and then flip green on this to be anywhere near bullish. Still a bearish monthly candle at this point. Still green on the 6 month, but we did pop up, take liquidity into the red candle. Now we really need to see what it's made of. Was this a liquidity grab for then the price to roll over and run those stops below this entire range? I still suggest that that'll happen at some point. I don't know when, but again, the yearly's having a red candle, but it had a beautiful stop hunt down here. So this is maybe it'll not stop hunt the entire range. Maybe that was the stop hunt, right? That's interesting. We are getting closer and closer to 2024. If we do flip green on the new year, of course, we need to get long on a lot of these coins and see where it can take us.